Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and this is Soulful Bloom Sanctuary, your place, your a platform for healing, a platform for creating awareness, self-awareness, and a platform where we can come together and explore about spirituality and different aspects of our spiritual journey and also of our human experiences, right? So welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for being here. And today's audio message is about is a story time. It's going to be a story time, okay? So if you have been familiar with the Hindu mythology, okay, or Hindu religion, because I believe I'm speaking to a lot of people here who are from different parts of the world. So if you are familiar with the Hindu pantheon of deities and gods and goddesses, you definitely must have heard about Lord Shiva, right? So Shiva means consciousness, okay? Shiva means self-realization. Shiva means self-awareness. So Shiva is worshipped here as an ancient deity, okay, as an ancient god who resided in the Himalayas, who resided in the mountains of known as the Himalayas. And if you're not so well connected with the geographical history of or the geographical features of the Indian subcontinent, please go and do your research, because Shiva is connected with the mountains of the Himalayas, because it is believed in the as it is written in the ancient texts of Hindu religion, that Shiva resided in the mountains of the Himalayas, in the cold snowy mountains of the Himalayas. He was and still is revered as the ultimate yogi, or the ultimate um, meditator, okay? He is the epitome of self-awareness and self-realization, and I'm referring to Lord Shiva as he, because he represents a masculine force of the universe. He represents the ancient masculine energy or masculine force of creating force of the universe, okay? His energy is very powerful and very it is huge, okay? It's huge. So to explore him, it will take you more than one lifetime to understand the various aspects of his energy, okay? So this audio message today is about Shiva and how I connected with him, and also what you can do to connect with his energy and receive his guidance, receive his knowledge that he passes down to those who meditates on him, okay? So yeah. So when I was small in my childhood, when I was a young girl, you know carefree and never had a worry in the world, I used to visit my grandparents' place, and my grandmother, every day after taking a bath, she would this is my paternal grandmother I'm talking about. So my paternal grandmother would always call me after she would take a bath, and she would get all dressed up to do her daily puja, which was a ritual which would take something around 1 hour, where she would take her time to wash and cleanse the idols that we had at the altar at my grandparents' house. She would take her time to cleanse the idols. She would take her time to you know cleanse the entire altar space, and then go to the garden and pick some flowers, bring those flowers and place them in at the feet of each deities and gods and goddesses. And then sometimes she would call me when I would visit her in the winter vacations. She would call me to go pick some flowers and you know uh, place some flowers at the feet of some god and goddesses, or you know um, help her with the puja arrangements, help her with the uh, uh, you know bringing things from here and there and placing it at the altar. So I was a very small part of that uh, that ritual, but I did enjoy that part of my childhood, and even now that I recall it, it brings such feelings of nostalgia. So I'm not going to waste my time on that, but yeah, she was the first one, first person who introduced me to the ancient story of how Shiva met goddess Parvati, and who is his consort, okay, his divine counterpart, which we um, ancient sages call it as the representation of the ultimate representation, or the ultimate form of divine feminine or divine mother of this universe, of of all universes, right? So the Parvati is uh, considered in the human Hindu mythology as the ultimate form of the goddess, ultimate form of divine mother, okay? So her presence is very calm and loving and kind and generous, and she used to spend the nights with me, explaining how Shiva met Parvati, and how Parvati took the form of goddess Durga, who is also the destroyer of evil on earth, right? So Shiva also has many forms, okay, many forms of energy. You will get to know as you meditate more and more of these ancient knowledge which was passed down to the ancient sages, the yogis, the ascetics who used to roam the forests and lands, and walk for thousands of miles and distances just to get away to a safe space, to a quiet space, in order to connect with that energy of the divine within us, right? To connect with the divine father and divine mother. So yeah, when I used to spend time with my grandmother at my grandparents' house, at night she would, before we slipped into slumber, she would explain to me all the different stories of uh, Hindu mythology that was written by different sages, different yogis, okay? So it was very fascinating at that time. So that was the earliest memory of how I understood what Shiva um, represents, right? And then after few years after that, there was a time when one day I saw a dream of goddess Durga sitting at the edge of a waterfall, and she was holding her son Ganesha in her lap, and she was playing with him. Ganesha the son, is believed to be the son of um, goddess Durga, one of the sons of goddess Durga, or the divine mother as we call her. And his face is represented in the form of elephant. Okay. As we see in the pictures how an elephant looks, there is a story behind it, and why it so happened. I'm not going to go into that, but yeah, that was a dream I saw. Goddess Durga, I clearly saw it. It was such a clear vision, and I was wondering that am I watching a movie? Is it a movie? I believe it is not. So I was surprised that I actually saw that dream where Goddess Durga was sitting in, in a very playful mode at the edge of a waterfall, and she was holding her son Ganesha in her lap, and she was playing with the water, and she was smiling and looking at him, and really doting on him. And it felt really calm, serene, and adorable. And then suddenly the dream stopped, and I woke up. So that was it. So um, I never knew that I would be connecting back with the energy of Shiva after so many years, as I moved into my adulthood. And over the years I never felt attached or had any desire to look into the ancient texts of the religion that I was born into, the ancient texts written by the great philosophers, right, of the old times of our country. So I never had the opportunity, or you can say I never felt the desire until the time I started experiencing spiritual awakening as I stepped into my 30s. And that's when I started connecting more and more with the ancient energies of the universe, which is what happens when you are uh, you know going through the dark night of the soul, and then you are simultaneously healing and shedding off layers and layers of ego, okay, of the ego identity which we embody as humans, right? So that's how I started connecting with the energy of Shiva, and it has been really deep, and um, lot of the self discovery uh, that has happened since the time I woke up spiritually, right? So it's been a long journey of, let's say, 4 or 5 years, and it's still continuing. So today I came here for the story time because I just came across this mantra, or this bhajan, you can say. In Indian term we say, call it bhajan, or a song that is devoted to Shiva. I just came across it in the YouTube, and as I was listening to it and I was looking at the silhouette of the Shiva, which was added to the audio song or the mantra on YouTube. I'm not mentioning the channel name. So as I was looking at the silhouette of Shiva and how he's standing powerfully, and at the same time I was listening to the song, and all of a sudden I broke into a lot of emotions, a wave of emotions came into me, and all of a sudden, tears started pouring out of my eyes. And I was surprised. I'm still surprised, as I'm recording this, because it just happened a few while ago, that I have not connected with the energy of Shiva so deeply, and what he represents, and what he wants to teach us, okay, what his presence wants to convey to us, right? So it does not matter which religion you come from, because Shiva represents the universal consciousness, okay, and also the universal, you can say he's the universal provider, creator, and also the destroyer, okay. So as I said, he has many forms. So during different times, different forms of his energy is channeled from the higher dimensions, is channeled from the higher realms, okay. So whether we consciously know it or not, whether we consciously feel it or understand it or not, it is still happening, and it's still taking place every day, every single moment of our lives, and with every single breath we take, okay. So before I get to the the message that Shiva was conveying to me, Lord Shiva was conveying to me, I want to talk a little bit of about him. So Shiva represents the expansion of consciousness within us. His energy is so huge that you have no option but to bow your head in front of him. All your ego and anger melts away as you are settling down before his presence. His presence is as tall as the mountains of Himalayas. His calmness will quieten all your emotions. He is the Lord of the three realms, which is the earth, the heaven, and the hell. His name connotes liberation and final emancipation, which is your release from this world, the release of the attachment that we develop as we come into this world. His presence, when his presence awakens within you, when Shiva awakens within you, just know that it is time for you to release the attachment that you have to this world. It's time for you to release the attachment, or the obsession, or the neediness that you feel towards the worldly things, okay. Because he's trying to bring you to a place, his presence is trying to bring you to a place where you can become more grounded and centered within yourself. You can, his presence awakening means it's time for you to turn your attention, turn your focus back into your true essence, your true identity, which is your soul, right? So yes, he is the epitome of self-awareness and self-realization, which is what we experience on the spiritual journey, on the spiritual path. And is he according to ancient texts, actually, he manifested himself as the pillar of light. So what is light? Light is basically awareness, okay. Light is knowledge, divine awareness, okay, awareness of your divinity. That is what light represents in the cosmos, okay. So he manifested as the pillar of light to settle the dispute of superiority between Brahma and Vishnu. So Brahma and Vishnu are and Shiva, they represent the Trinity, okay, the three gods who represent the Trinity. We call them the Trinity, and they rule the three different realms. Okay, and mostly Shiva is called upon, his energy or his protection or his assistance is called upon by those who are willing to go much deeper into the spiritual journey, okay, into meditation, into connecting more with your soul, or your soul purpose, or your mission, soul mission. Okay, his energy is being called upon always. Okay, and if you do your research on Hindu texts and mantras, you will notice that his energy is called upon by the sound Om. Okay, so Om is a universal sound, and its vibration is known to heal each and every being in this universe. Okay, his vibration is heard every through I mean through the cosmic space. His vibration is heard. Okay, his consciousness has a vibration, and that vibration has a sound. Okay, and that sound is Om. Okay, so that's why when a yogi meditates, when a sage sits to meditate, he sometimes chants Om in order to bring himself back to that focus which he or she needs in order to meditate, and inward, not outward, right? So he is the one who settled the dispute of superiority between Vishnu and Brahma, who are the other two gods or deities of the Hindu Trinity. So Brahma represents the sacred fire. Okay, and Vishnu is representing as the creator or the manifester and the protector of the earthly realm. Okay, especially Vishnu is connected with the element of water. Okay, which is also the birthplace of consciousness, or birthplace of life forms, right, in the physical realm. So yeah, so there are many ways to connect with the energy of Shiva, which is the transcendental state of consciousness. He is the epitome of self-awareness and self-realization, as I've already mentioned, and he's also the divine protector. Shiva is also the divine protector, divine light, divine creator, and the destroyer. Okay, so that was a little bit of Shiva. So what Shiva is saying today is, no matter how big name or fame, or how big a fortune you make in the earthly realm, in the form of material abundance, in the form of material wealth, in the form of material possessions, you will still have to bow down. You will still have to bow your head in front of the higher power, because the one who has given us this life, the one who governs our life, the life that we live on this earthly plane or anywhere in the universe, is designed and supervised by Shiva. Okay, he is the consciousness. Okay, he represents the consciousness. Okay, divine consciousness that exists within each one of us. Okay, and mostly he represents the masculine aspect of the consciousness. Okay, which is we all know as the divine polarity, right? Masculine and feminine, right? So the masculine form of Shiva is what protects us. Okay, is what holds that space for us to grow, for our soul to grow, evolve, and move ahead in the path of evolution, right? In the path of creation, evolution, and destruction. So he is the one who is holding that space, and that protection as we grow and evolve and move through the cosmic space, right? So Shiva today, the energy of Lord Shiva was speaking to me, and he spoke that what is the point of fighting? What is the point of trying to prove a point? What is the point of, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of trying to create such conflicts and wars that we see today on in this world, right? What is the purpose of that? Have you ever pondered? That is what Shiva is asking us today. Have you ever asked yourself, what is the need for these wars? Is there a purpose? Though there is a purpose to everything that happens in this cosmic space or in the universe, however, what we are seeing today in this world makes no sense to me, not to me at least. So Shiva is asking you to question your reality. Don't just absorb everything that is happening and just then forgetting it. Question what is happening in your world, question what is happening in your personal reality, as well as what is happening on the macro scale, on the large scale in the world, in your community. Are we following the path of our soul? Are we standing as the true representation of our soul? Because that is the only identity that we come with into this world, and as we live, we only have that one identity, which is your soul, okay, which is your divinity. So what Shiva is saying is, don't lose yourself, don't lose your divine essence, you don't lose your divine or your divinity, as you go through this human experience here. Okay, we are all spiritual beings having this human experience on this earth. However, don't lose your divinity, don't lose your consciousness, don't block your consciousness, don't block your connection to your soul, don't block the need to connect with the higher power. Okay, because the higher powers are present always to help you, to guide you, to nurture you, to protect you, right? I'm smiling because this is the realization that I'm feeling right now, is that Shiva is saying that he is always there with you. He is the divine protector. He is that masculine divine presence within you that is protecting you from all forms of harm, all forms of um, you know um, agents of darkness, which has or the power to destroy you, right, or power to harm you. He is standing as the barrier, he is standing as this huge wall between you and all of those dark forces of this universe, or the dark energies of the universe, right? He's standing as a barrier because he knows how difficult your journey is as a human being. He understands how difficult a journey is. If you're on the spiritual path, and if you are a light worker, you are being called to serve that higher purpose, and it is not an easy path, it is not an easy life to adopt and to embody as you walk the path of spiritual awakening and spiritual ascension. It's not easy, man. You have to sacrifice a lot, you have to humble yourself to the point where your ego will cease to exist, or even if it exists, it won't have that power, because your divine presence within you, your soul will take over. Your higher self takes over. Allow your higher self to take over. Don't allow your ego to rule your life. Don't allow your mind to rule your decisions and choices. What we see around us today is a manifestation of the destructive choices and decisions that we have made as human beings on earth, which has caused huge destruction and imbalance in the scales of the universe. Do you understand how that would impact the rest of the cosmic space? Do you realize that? If you have not, pondered upon these things, it is high time that you do it. High time that you reflect upon how your presence and your energy is impacting the people around you. If you're still vibrating in the lower level and you're not making an lower vibration, not making an effort to transmute the negative emotions or negative energies that are rising up within you, and you're not releasing them, you're not accepting your um, uh, you know accepting the guidance which is coming from your soul, what is the point of living this life as a human if you're not serving the purpose that the universe wants you to serve? You are not here to serve your ego or the egoistic commands or demands of anybody else in this universe. You are here to serve the divine in your own way. Okay, it does not have to be in a certain set um, structured way, in your own way. Okay, but you are here to serve the divine in many forms, right? In many through many pathways. But what Shiva is saying is, release yourself from the need to prove a point, especially to those people who are not in aligned with your soul, in aligned with your soul journey or your soul mission or your life path. Okay, in general, even if it's not about spirituality, it is about your life path, your life journey in general. Release those people who do not want to be a part of your experience. Don't hold on to them. Don't, you know chase them. It is not needed, it's not required. Okay, so Shiva is saying that surrender to him, surrender to him, surrender all your worries, surrender all your tension, whatever your stress, your anxiety, release it into him, and he will guide you, he will help you through the struggles and through the unknown parts of your life journey, which you are meant to go through, because your soul needs to learn certain lessons, your soul needs to go through certain experiences. Okay, allow him to guide you. You will always have his protection, Lord Shiva. The more you connect with his energy, the more you study about him, the more you call upon him, meditate upon his energy, the more you will feel his presence in your life, and he will bring you that enlightenment. He is the epitome of enlightenment, right? The enlightenment that we need in our lives, right? That we need to experience in order to lead a healthy, conscious, and balanced life. Okay, so Shiva is saying that don't waste your time and energy in conflicts, okay, in drama, in chaos, in trying to uh, compete, who is bigger than whom, who is better than whom. No, we are not here to do that. We did not come, especially as light workers who are called to a higher purpose, we did not come here to compete. We did not come here to uh, just experience name and fame and recognition. We came here for a much, much greater purpose, which is to serve the divine as the universe guides us. Okay, so lean into the energy of Shiva, rely on him, surrender your and you will see all your resistance and all your uh, the blockages which you feel within you will slowly and gradually get resolved. They will get dissolved into nothingness, right? What is soul? Soul is pure essence, energy. It can only be felt. Consciousness can only be felt. It cannot be, it's not something that is tangible which you can hold in your hand. Consciousness is energy which is nothingness, right? But at the same time it is still something, and it has the power to impact everything in this universe. Is consciousness, right? It's energy. So Shiva is saying that don't you know make everything all about you, and at the same time don't take everything personally. Whatever you're experiencing in your own personal reality, don't take anything too personally, because it will only hurt you. Allow him to heal you. Allow him to show you the light, show you the path, show you the solutions that you need in your life. His presence is always around you, guarding you, protecting you. He has uh, his hand over you, right? And when his hand enters your life, just know and believe that you are not alone. You will never be left alone, and he will make sure that you always come back to the right path, no matter how far you stray and move from your own divinity, from your own divine power that rests within you. He will always bring you back to that center within you, and he will make sure that you are doing the right thing for yourself. Okay, you're doing the right thing for your highest good, for the highest good of your soul, and for the other souls who are around you, right? So Shiva is saying that there is no point in fighting and in conflict. Dissolve this huge egoistic identities which we have created. Even on the spiritual path, there are many uh, beings on this planet currently who have built that egoistic identity because they feel that they have reached a certain stage in the evolution, in their evolution of soldier of soul, or they have reached a certain stage in their spiritual awakening or ascension, right? But you should not become so proud. Okay, arrogance is something that will become a hindrance in your spiritual journey and in your spiritual path, because it does not help in the in the path of your soul evolution. Okay, arrogance is a trait that is associated more with your ego, not with your higher self. Your higher self is far, far from your egoistic definitions and egoistic identities which you give to yourself, or you assign those labels and titles to others, right? Your higher self is far from that. Your higher self will always uh, see through the divinity. Okay, we'll look at the divinity first, the divine presence within you and within each one of you. That's why your higher self will never judge you, nor will uh, you know God judge you, nor will God judge you. The God will judge you only when you have strayed far away from your life path, from your soul purpose. You have disconnected yourself completely, and your presence and your energy is impacting others negatively, right? that's when, the universe will judge you and will interfere. Okay, the divine will interfere in your life and will cause upheaval and will cause destruction, which is what is another form of Shiva. Because yeah, if Shiva finds out that you are not on the right path and you're not following what your soul is here to do, he will come in, or his in the masculine divine presence of Lord Shiva will intervene and will make sure that those structures and belief systems and gets destroyed. It will get destroyed like anything. It'll be broken down completely to zero, and you will have to start again. So this is not to scare or to plant any fear, but this is more like you have to trust and have more faith in the masculine aspect of this universe, or the masculine divine force of this universe that is protecting you. Okay, and this is a message for all of us, I believe, and not just the ones who are on the spiritual path or on the spiritual journey. I hope you have been able to take something from today's audio message, and do write in the comments if it you if this message resonated with you. And I'm going to end this message with the guidance, that is, you can chant the Om mantra, okay, which is the universal mantra, which is considered as universal mantra for healing and for meditating as well. You can chant this Om mantra early in the morning, around 4 a.m. You can get up fresh, just freshen yourself and sit down in the posture that Shiva sits. Shiva is a yogi, Shiva is a meditator. So sit in the way the Shiva sits, and focus on your breath, focus on your inhaling and exhaling, right? Focus on that, and then slowly and slowly, as you step into as your focus gets stronger and stronger and stronger, you will notice that in the beginning you will have some interfering thoughts as you sit down, but slowly those thoughts will start dissipating, and slowly you will start to focus more on your breath. And as you focus on your breath, then start chanting Om. Okay, with every inhale you chant the sound Om. Om, like that. Okay, keep doing it every day, especially in the morning. If you do it, it's very powerful, and it will slowly start, you will notice that it will slowly start shifting energies within you, right? So I'm going to end this audio message with the Shiva mantra. Okay, Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. This is the Shiva Gayatri mantra, and it is considered as one of the most powerful mantras in Hinduism. Okay, and another mantra is Rudra mantra, which is the fierce form of Lord Shiva, and it usually appears when Divine Father feels that there is a need to destroy something, or to intervene into something, right? So that's the fierce form of Shiva, that is also a force that protects us from dangers, from all forms of evil forces, from dark energies, right? So this is the mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Now you can chant this 108 times every day. It will help you purify your body, and it will also help you connect with the energy of Lord Shiva, which is what we want ultimately, right? Excuse me. So um, please try to practice this on a daily basis, especially early in the morning, or you can do it in the evening, after you have finished all your work, and just sit down in a silent space and meditate on the energy of yoga, I mean Shiva, okay? So, and ask forgiveness from him. He's such a benevolent energy. He's such a kind, calm energy. If you ask for forgiveness, Lord Shiva will definitely bestow his blessings and forgiveness, and his uh, presence will always guide you. No matter where you go, wherever you are on this earth, his presence will always be with you, will always guide you, and will protect you from all dangers, okay? So you can also chant the the Mahamrityunjay mantra, which protects us from uh, you know um escaping death, especially untimely death, okay, and destruction. So he can save us from that if you chant and meditate on the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Please do your research, and you can chant and recite it. Otherwise, you can just sit and meditate on the energy of Shiva, and as you keep practicing it, the more you shed the layers of your ego, the more uh, powerful his presence will be felt within you and around you as well, okay? So Shiva is saying, let the drama, chaos, and conflicts go. Release yourself from that addictive cycle of getting drawn towards drama, conflicts, chaos, negativity, okay? Just release yourself and find your peace and center in within you, right? And that's where you will get your strength from, and that's where you will get your power from, your inner power. Remember, power always resides within you, not outside you. Similarly, inner strength comes from within you and not from anything outside of you. So you do not have to change anything outside of you or around you in order to feel powerful, in order to feel strong. All of it exists within you. Just have to tap in to that part of yourself. Listen to affirmations. There are plenty of affirmations available online and in the um, in this world wide web, as we call it. So just do your research and start connecting with the masculine divine force within you, and that masculine divine force, once it awakens to its fullest potential, has the power to shift and change your life completely, right? So that was my message today for everyone. Thank you for being here, thank you for your presence. Please do support the channel, and please do share these messages or the other messages that I have uploaded on my channel with those who might need it. And yeah, please do go and check out, okay? I'm sure those messages will help you. And yeah, that's all for today. Take care, and I'll come back again with some other message, okay? Yeah, bye.